I was just reflecting on the role of television in my life. I don't have a television. I don't have an ambition to have a television. And this box in my hand is essentially that anyway, isn't it? Just with more choice. But television raised me. I was never negatively impacted by it. It opened my mind, broadened my horizons, and gave me a bigger perspective about life. It introduced me to human emotions, the depth, range of when I was about maybe 9, my granddad gave me the book It by Stephen King to read. But around that time, I started exploring adult themes. I remember staying up or getting up, or I remember watching television late at night a lot. I received a television for Christmas one year and I wasn't impressed. I said, who'd want a television? Maybe 6-year-old me, 7, I don't know. I knew. There was a drive to get televisions in every room of the house because, well, if you can't objectively experience a television, then you will be programmed by it. It's pretty insidious, very highly. Anyway, the point is, I also remember getting up early and watching television for hours alone as either an only child or the eldest. But cartoons inspired me, gave me a sense of courage and righteousness. I remember once being little, doesn't matter what age I was, and we had to create a comic book in school, and I did a Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles or Ninja Turtles, whatever it's called, theme, and the teacher was impressed because I spout nitroglycerine. I was very little. Books are a perfect medicine as well. But it's different because television is a place where things, attention, possessions are bought and sold. A book is just you and your imagination. And the writer. And somehow we managed to just meet in the middle If I watch anything on television now, it's only ever really comedy. Or like, I enjoy programs about dating. Like First Dates and The Undateables. And there's a program called Love on the Spectrum about a dating agency for people with autism or whatever you want to call it. However you want to label it. Different. The television is a black box. Fallen angel technology, if you will, because we don't need that. We, the people, don't need to be entertained. We make our own fun. It's just another thing to stop us from wanting to go outside. Denaturing us, conditioning us, telling us what it or anything wants us to know, to think. It keeps us in line. It knows where we will be at certain times. Or it can. But cartoons are cool. It's like, it's not just all bad, is it? It's like a loophole that works for us. Hidden in plain sight. Cartoons are not just for children. Television raised me, but it also deeply disturbed me. It desensitized me. But something had to. Because otherwise I would have died of hypersensitivity. I used to watch Film 4 films late at night. And I watched a film once called Bad Boy Bobby, and it really stuck in my mind. It's an Australian film. It's a very strange film. Or not so strange, I don't know. But it's about this man, and he's about maybe 40, and he has what people might call learning difficulties. He is on some sort of spectrum, right? But it's because he's never been out of the house, and he's in his 30s, and his mum kept him in the house, and she went out to work every day, and she'd put a gas mask on because she told him that the air was poisonous outside of the house. So he just believed that. And his dad had left, He was a priest and an alcoholic who just disappeared or something like that. And his mom slept in the same bed as him and had sex with him. And then one day, his dad comes back. And he discovers, by the medium of a cat coming in through some sort of gap, that the cat can breathe out there. He understands this. And he kills the cat with cling film to understand the mechanism of breathing. Anyway, he ends up killing his mum and dad by wrapping them in cling film. And he leaves the house. He discovers he can breathe out there. And then he goes off on an adventure. And he becomes the lead singer of a punk band. But he's not singing, all he's doing is mimicking all of the horrible things that his dad's ever said to him whilst dressed as a priest. And no, that's just it. That's enough, isn't it? In some respects, I'm learning that the air outside is not poisonous. And I could be the lead singer of a punk band if I wanted, but I don't have to mimic anybody. I don't have to internalize anything. That's probably half the battle with television. Actual emotional content and internalizing the portrayed struggles of other humans that aren't real because it's all made up. That's why people who watch soaps have a lot of drama in their life, because they translate it, they project it on their own experience, because they resonate with the idea that life is like that. Kitchen sink drama. If I lived on Coronation Street, I wouldn't live there long. There's always something going on. Murder. Or an affair. Or humans are capable of living peacefully. But the aspirations that suffuse through television have distorted our idea of what peace is. We think peace is chasing after something or striving. No, peace, is rest. Peace is justice. The television disturbs our sense of peace in so many ways. I watched one of the Alien films when I was 6 after waking up, unable to breathe because my tonsils were swollen. And I watched that film because it was on. And I was waiting for the doctor to come out late at night. That definitely disturbed my sense of peace and traumatized me. Television also is a medium for rituals that they want us to engage in. I remember Princess Diana's funeral. That's the first instance in this life I remember of crying just because other people were crying. But in my mind, it might have been tempting to think and feel that I was crying because Princess Diana was dead, but I did not know that lady. And neither did other people. They just thought they did because the television, along with the newspaper, told everybody who she was, or who they wanted us to believe she was. All the world's a stage, and every man a player. We could use the television to our advantage. Imagine if people just started stripping off their clothes live on national television. Or creating documentaries that air on television about how television is being used to program us. We can do that. We can glitch the matrix. We can say, yeah, that's the kind of stuff that needs to be happening to be breaking the spell. You know, releasing powerful prayers in the music industry as a seed that can't be touched, that isn't about getting rich or famous or just about love. A viral song is easily achievable. A Hollywood movie, all of it. Yeah, the television tells lies to your vision. If you allow it to frame or reframe your awareness of the world, it caters to fear. And humans have an innate sense of fear, which has been our inheritance. But that is not our portion. Soon enough, television probably won't be a thing. Once humans remember outside nature, our own inherent nature, which is love, life, but we watch movies about other people's accomplishments, or we watch programs about the love lives of others. because it's an easy, manageable replacement for engaging with humanity. We develop one-sided relationships with 2D figures. We sympathize with scripted bullshit. But the moment we step out that door, we turn our backs on real flesh and blood. Extra life. There's always extra life.